Wait, let's get it going.
Wait till next week's guys playing it.
All right, guys.
Drake, was it hard not to want to throw it deep to Tez every time he got out there?
Oh, no, I wouldn't say that. I think just kind of want to get him in the groove. He's a great player, and obviously great deep threat. I missed him that one time. Down towards the student section end zone. Wish I had that back, but stuff happens. I feel like the crowd would have erupted, but at the same time, just glad to see him out there. Got a great kid. What a great story. He's going to make some big time plays for us.
On that touchdown, or not the touchdown, but the long play to Nate that I guess got stopped at the one. Tez was also open there. Was that maybe seeing the effect of Tez being out there, the way you guys are going to be defended a little bit differently?
Yeah. No, he's going to do a lot. He's going to do a lot for the other guys, and if they leave him one-on-one, they're going to pay. So just like you said, I think Tez was open on that one too. Just one of those things where I saw a defender get my eyes, got his eyes on me, and was kind of retreating towards Tez, but Tez was going to run by him anyway. So could have went either one, and just happened to feel like Nate was screaming down the field open, so they're both over. So I feel like
During the team meeting on Thursday, how surprised were you to learn that Tez was being made eligible?
Yeah, just kind of Jeremy sent it out, and just stoked. One of those things that you felt like it's finally happened. It felt like just a great feeling as a team. I wish I would have done. I was a captain today. I wish I would have had Tez out there. I thought about it, but I think it was a little too late before I told Coach Brown. But no, it does wonders for the football team. I think we showed it out there today with a big statement win, and we got some good things going. So we got to keep it going.
Drake, what was about the news, Drake? Like on Thursday, you mentioned Jeremy sent something out.
Yeah, well, I sat down with Tez after practice on Thursday in the locker room, and he was saying, I think this got a chance to be today, and just kind of gave me a little teaser into it that you really didn't know was true. I feel like I've heard that a couple times along the way. Today we're gonna give it our all and get it one last shot, and kind of Jeremy said the team works out and send a text to Tez, and from there on, it's go time. Back to football in Syracuse and win a football game.
Drake, a lot of teams are losing guys as they go through the season. You guys were going pretty well, and you're getting some real. You got Nate in the third game, you get Tez now.
Yeah.
It's kind of intriguing to think of what you guys can do when everybody's healthy and
exactly
full complement of everybody.
Yeah, it's huge after the bye week too. Willie came back, helped us run the football tonight, and those guys up front worked their butts off. Credit to those guys. How about the defense? How about Ben Kiernan with the run of the night? Just it's fun out there. You get nervous and you get a little bit amped up for games, and you go out there and it's you're having a blast. So just looking forward to the next one.
Did you see his face mask?
Yeah, he was in there. He was in there kind of boasting about it, and everybody come to my locker, look at my face mask. So.
Jake, what was your perspective on Kobe Paysour's touchdown? Double tapped it pretty much with the left hand.
Golly, he saved me. What a play. I don't know if it should be on SportsCenter, but I'm sure it will be. That's just a thing of just playing multiple. He's a great athlete. See him playing basketball with him and in Woodland Gym or going out there and just making plays, and he saved my butt there. They gave another cover zero look, and they dropped the guy out, and he shook the defender and ended up making a one-hand snag, and the rest is history. I'm glad I didn't get hawked down. I feel like we got tackled at the inside the 5 on passes like 15 times this year. So.
You said you played basketball against. What's his game like?
Yeah, no, he can shoot a little bit. He's more of a driver. He's got balance. He can dunk it. He's a lefty, obviously. I don't know if y'all know that, but he's a lefty, and he's an underrated shooter. But no, he'd get down, play some good defense, just like a receiver would play. So.
With the addition of some guys with NFL experience on the staff, what have they specifically maybe put into place where you've been able to work on some stuff that you feel is taking your game to a different space this year than it was a year ago?
Yeah, Coach Christian, first foremost, he's the one that works with the quarterbacks, and obviously, Coach Montesino is the one on the defensive side, but Coach Christian's done an unbelievable job. One of the biggest things, kind of from 2 years ago, and last year with Coach Longo, our individual drill with Coach Christian, it's one of our most, intense periods of practice, every day, of the week. I feel like, I'm winded more in our individual, going through drills with Coach Christian than, I am at any other point in practice. So he works us, and, we'll go back and watch individual, and we're watching Tom Brady and Peyton Manning do the same drills. So it's just, it's a blessing to have him in the room and just bouncing off ideas, with Coach Lindsey and Coach Kitchens in there too, NFL guy. So got a lot of good things going, just got to find, ways to, keep scoring points.
Wait, you're telling me you're getting winded in individual drills?
Oh, yeah, he's Ruby. Whoa, yeah, I'd like to see you go out there and do it, yeah. So,
I've seen thousands of NFL practices.
yeah. No, hey, come out to practice. Yeah, you'll see. Yeah, come out.
What's it like, you're talking about the defense showing up tonight. Do you feel like you've got a unit this year that's holding teams, specifically tonight, to 7 points, and they've been pretty stout throughout the year. Does that make you play a little bit more freer out there than comparison to last year when it almost felt like you had to go out and win games late almost every night?
No, I think it just keeps on, I keep kind of putting the pressure on us to keep scoring and keep making that league bigger. They're doing a great job. I feel like, it's one of those things when they get a good stop or they get a 3 and out and you don't score, I feel like you're kind of letting them down. So it's a good point about playing freer. At the same time, knowing that they got no points on the board, but at the same time, you kind of feel like after the Huzzy interception, I think we went down there and me and Corey, messed up under center snap on a QB sneak, and that can't happen. So got some things to work on, but also at the same time, defense is playing great. Huzzy and the guys up front get after it. And I've said this 1,000 times. Said and Power are the best linebacker duo in the nation, so they're making plays all night.
Drake's your hand okay? It looked like it might have gotten hit on the sideline catching Ted.
Yes, how about that catch, Scally? That's just a glimpse of what he can do. Just one of those things. It happens, throughout the games. Usually once or twice, 3 times a season, you follow through, hits the helmet, and I'm glad it's okay. So appreciate it for asking. Appreciate it for asking, man.
Drake, obviously, you know what Tez can do in terms of being a deep threat, like on the field, and what he brings to the abilities he brings to the offense, but just sort of like the joy that has come about the last couple of days with him getting eligible. And I mean, it feels like a boost around here to a team that was already playing really well. Like, have you felt, I don't know, some of that joy, and has it in any way sort of re-energized you in a way, just knowing how much it means to him?
Yeah, as I told him out there in the huddle one time, I think late in either third quarter or fourth quarter, I just said, just glad to have you out here. It's a blast, and he brings so much joy to this team. And like I said, he's been on the sidelines at games where he hasn't been eligible, putting a smile on his face. He's still getting a chance about free Tez, and he's still getting the loudest cheer. I'm happy for that. Loudest cheer over whether it's my name on the board or his name. You hear a big roar. So just happy to have him out there and just speak to the people that Coach Brown brings in this program. These kids. I'd let anybody come in and hang out with my mom at dinner. I don't know what to say. I got no daughters or anything, so. No, but
Did you have a hard choice on the throw? Nate was open, Tez was open on the one.
yeah.
Did you have a hard choice? Tez had his hands up like.
Yeah, it's. I probably should have thrown Tez, but at the same time they're both open, so I definitely should have thrown Tez. But hey, it happens. It's one of those things where guys are coming at you, and it's one of those split decisions. I got the eyes on the backside safety who kind of looked at. He saw me kind of after the fake, and I thought he was making a retreat to Tez, but. Like I said, Tez is still going to run by him. So that's it.
All right.
Appreciate y'all.
Thanks, Drake. Hey, Drake.
Thank you, Drake.
Yeah, that's where he was going with that.
So for cameras, I don't know where to look.
He just goes off, veers off.
Tomorrow you got an opening statement.
How y'all doing tonight?
That's a great opening statement.
Yeah.
All right, fire away, man.
Tomorrow, you guys were able to contain on Schrader for the majority of that game. What do you think was kind of key in that effort of, kind of keeping him in the pocket, avoiding some of those long runs?
The big emphasis for this week was stop the quarterback, stop the game, essentially. We knew that he was their guy and, elite athlete, impact player. And his legs kept him in it, as you can see on that one touchdown drive. So I think it was more of just guys not being selfish or not getting too invested in their rushes to where they take their eyes off of him and where he might go. So that was a big emphasis of tonight.
Talking about that, how difficult is it for an edge rusher when you're going up against a quarterback guy to not rush too far up the field and stay disciplined in their gaps to, like you said, kind of contribute to the cumulative effort of wanting to stop a dual threat guy like Schrader?
Yeah, it's extremely difficult. You have everything from him taking a snap under center to him being in shotgun, whether he drops back 3 steps, 5 steps, no steps. Being an edge rusher, it's difficult, especially if you don't have the two-way to beat your man and try and, your goal is obviously to get a sack against the quarterback. That's what they bring us here to do. You have a guy like that, sometimes you got to pump the brakes. That's the hardest thing because you could beat your guy or have the potential to beat your guy, but if you beat your guy and let the quarterback out, and he scrambles against a first down, it doesn't really matter. So all of our edge guys, proud of them this week. They had a big challenge on their hand. I think they handled it well.
You've been here the whole time since Matt got here, and one of the things he said a little while ago is one of the toughest things for him in building this program was getting everybody to the point where you connect Tuesday to Wednesday to Thursday to Saturday and so on. And he thinks you guys are at that point now. That's part of the standard. Have you seen that evolution, and do you think that you guys are at a point where you need to be connecting Tuesday to Saturday?
Yes, sir. When I first got here, Coach Brown first got here, there was a lot of, great Tuesday, okay Wednesday, we're locked in Thursday. Now it's more of a every day our only goal is to stack good days. One day can't be good, the next day not be of the same quality or less, so it's just about carrying it over. Every day has to be a good day when everybody's good now. So everybody's older, everybody's good, everybody's experienced. Transfer portal, you're getting guys from everywhere. So you can't afford to really have a bad day. So I think that's why the emphasis has been, stack good days, go Tuesday to Wednesday and Wednesday to Thursday, and just keep progressing in that kind of fashion. You can't play the game on Tuesday, no matter how hype you might be. You got to start there and kind of progress.
Tamari, how would you assess your first half as a defense? You shut them out. I think they only had 15 yards rushing and 70 total yards. I think I've got those numbers right. I mean, was it about the best first half you've been a part of defensively in a long time, maybe ever here? I don't know. How would you rate it?
Yeah, it's definitely up there. Everybody was locked in. We're dialed in from the first snap. I mean, we told ourselves going in, they're coming off a loss. So if you give them any kind of hope, they'll take it and run with it. Right. So being in that position where you're coming off an L and you're trying to get your get back, you're trying to figure out what's get back on the right path. It's very hard to do that, especially in an away environment where everything's stacked against you. So the odds were already against them. We just knew we couldn't give them any hope from the first snap. We told ourselves as defense, if we get a 3-and-out on the first drive, or we hold them, you get a big hit on the first drive, that'll be it. That'll set the course for the rest of the game. That has to be our mentality to come out strong. We can't wait to jump on guys anymore. Our teams are just too good.
Tamari, what was your view of the Ben Kiernan blocked punt and then 17-yard run? You were probably right there because you were getting ready to go out on defense, right?
Oh, Ben. Yeah, he deserves a game ball for that one. He's a trooper. Very athletic play, but you could tell he don't have a lot of experience. Somebody trying to tackle him, he was a bit of a deer in headlights. But, at least you got the first down. I would have hated to be him and get smacked like that for it to be 4th and inches or whatever, or it's a turnover or whatever. So it was a crazy play, innovated by him. I was proud of the way he turned nothing into something.
That's one of those hits that you can just feel just by watching it, right?
Yeah.
It's even more violent on the sideline.
Yeah.
Drake said he was showing off his face mask in the locker room. Did you see it?
Yeah. It was.
It's pretty cool, though, huh?
Yeah.
Did you ever get a face mask bent up like that?
Nah.
Let's go 2 more for tomorrow.
With the offense, the way they came out and had 5 consecutive long drives, how much does that help the defense stay fresh and help recuperate on the sideline and help you be prepared?
It definitely helps. We have a good rotation going on defense. We're pretty deep at every spot. Guys are getting good. Guys are able to play. So us being able to have that little extra breather, that kind of game plan on the sideline only benefits us at the end of the day.
When you don't have a guy like Kevin Hester tonight, some of the younger guys got in the rotation. One of those guys was Travis Shaw, who drew that false start, it looked like, on that 4th and short. He was kind of clapping, getting hype over there. Did you see a guy like Travis really grow up tonight? And what have you kind of seen through him throughout his journey so far? He's one of the older guys.
I don't think this was Trav's grow-up game. I think this is just where y'all see it. For me, I see it every day, starting at 6 in the morning until whatever time we leave the building. He was always high energy, always motivational, always talking to the guys. His message to us at Tuesday at individual drills at the start of practice, he gathered everybody up, told everybody, if I'm slacking, I'm gonna lean on you. If you're slacking, you can lean on me, but this group could be special. So every day we got to make the most of it. I'm proud to see his growth, and like I said, y'all might see it tonight because KJ's out or Kevin Hester's out, but this has been something that, this started in spring for him, carried on this summer, and now he's just progressing even more and more as the season goes on.
All right, thanks, Mark.
Yep. Thank you.
Everybody good? All right, go ahead.
So what did it feel like? Run out there and actually be in uniform, go through the whole process of actually playing in a game after what you've been experiencing here the last month?
Yeah, just a blessing. Just blessed to be out there. Had my teammates in my corner since I've been here, and they was the same thing since I've been here out there on the field, helping me out and everything. So just blessed.
What was their reaction with you when they found out Thursday you were going to be able to play? And was there something maybe that stood out that maybe somebody said or did or anything like that?
I mean, everybody was just happy for me. Like, about shed a tear hugging every last one of them because, they all was just happy that I was back. So.
What's it been like just to see people wearing your number, kids with Walker shirts, and the whole crowd chanting "Free Tez Walker" a couple weeks ago? I mean, the whole country, in some ways, has been involved in your story.
Yeah, it's just dope. I mean, it's just something like I've dreamed about since I was 6 years old when I started playing, being in front of something like that, stuff happening like that. So just blessing. It's a blessing.
Did you have a grasp on how big the story is, or did you try to insulate yourself away from that because maybe it made it more difficult?
I try to stay away from it because it was a little difficult.
But do you now maybe have an idea how big the story's been?
I don't. I don't really pay no attention to it.
It's been real big, I'll tell you that much.
How beneficial was it? We know you were, continuing to practice with the team. How beneficial was it to, kind of keep practicing with them? Did it help you stay in rhythm at all?
Yeah, it did. Out there going against the first team corners, so they were giving me work. I was giving them work every play, so helped me stay in shape, helped me get good work.
I saw after you had that catch right before the end of the third quarter, you and Nate kind of did looked like a little synchronized handshake. What has the relationship been like between you two guys, obviously coming in as transfers into this offense and kind of building a bond with one another?
It's been real good. We both talk every day. Like, we know we want to come in and make an impact for this team, and that's what we've done. We still got a lot of work to do. So just me and him want to make an impact for this team. That brings us closer. Also with the rest of the room.
Taz, doing this year when this was going on, did you ever reach the point where you think it's just not going to happen this year?
I did.
Hope out this.
Yeah, I was at a point where, like when I was on scout team, I was just prepping for next year. Like, I didn't think there was no chance that I was going to get cleared. So.
Did you give Drake any grief on the long pass to Nate where both you and he were wide open, he throws it to Nate?
Nah, I just went up to him, told him a good throw, and I was happy that we scored.
You didn't tell him you were open though then?
Nah. I mean, he asked me, was it there? I was like, I guess so. I mean, we got 7 points out of the drive, so.
Tez, how much of a shock was, you're talking about, obviously you've been on scout team for a couple of weeks now and maybe resigning yourself to the fact you weren't going to play this year. Like, how much of a shock was Thursday when you got the news? Like, I mean, what was that whole thing like?
It was very shocking. Like, I was surprised, but I was just glad it was over. Just felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders.
What did your grandma say when you told her?
She like screamed. Like, I had to turn my phone down because she screamed so loud. But she was real happy. My mom teared up. So it was a heartfelt moment.
Drake said you visited with him after practice on Thursday, saying today could be the day that it happened. What gave you that optimism? What do you remember about that conversation?
What's his name? Court Evans, player on the team. He came to me after practice. He was like, "Good luck today." And like, I asked him like, what he talking about. I had no idea what he was talking about. He just said, "Good luck." So I thought in my head like they probably was working on something like that. So that's when I went to Drake. It was like, it might be a possibility.
How many people did you have here or watching? I mean, tonight, family members?
I'm not sure the exact number. I think it's like 11, 12 people.
Like, which family members were here?
Grandma, mom, siblings, uncle, aunt. Yeah, uncles and aunts.
Tez, was the game, I guess, kind of close to what you envisioned as far as, I know obviously the first week, back in your hometown and things like that, but here now, still pretty close to where you grew up, about a couple hours away. But that sort of homecoming-ish dynamic, was it similar to kind of what you envisioned?
Yeah, it did. And it felt nice when every time I caught a pass, the crowd got loud. So it was a dream come true.
And I know they were, trying to work you in, ease you into the game, snap squads, target squads, things like that. Did you kind of anticipate playing as much as you did and getting as much attention from Drake as you did?
Nah, I mean, whenever my number was called from Coach Galloway, I just try to stay ready and be like locked in for when my number was called.
And Tez, what was it like having those family members watching you in the stands? Your grandma's first time watching you play football in college.
Just heartwarming that she finally get to see me play. Like she was never able to do that in high school, even when I was at Kent. So just glad she's able to do that now. You say what?
Did you talk to her before the game?
I don't think I did before the game.
What were those moments like before the game, Tez? Were people coming up to you, just like guys on the team, like, it's go time, or were you trying to sort of get off by yourself and be quiet for a little bit? Like, what was sort of the pregame vibe like?
Like they'd come up to me, dab me up and tell me it's go time. Like I just embrace it. But yeah, I stay locked in, stay dialed in to what I had to do. So.
And you had the North Carolina flag too.
Yeah, that was dope. Like, they had it in my locker before pregame, so thought that was dope. They let me run out with the flag.
So that was a little surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, it was.
How much of an honor or something like that?
You say what?
How much of an honor is something like that?
It's a great honor. Being from here, growing up in the state, everybody in the state dreams of running out the flag at this university. So.
All right, you good? Thank you, Ted.
Yeah.
Did you see the face mask?
No, I didn't. His
Drake's
face
in the
mask was
shoulder.
smashed?
His face mask is all bent in.
It was a big hit. First down.
Yeah.
Cedric, how freeing is it now that you guys don't have the Tez Walker situation over your head thinking about it every week?
It's definitely freeing. I think everybody's just happy that he gets to play, not only because he helps our team, but just as a brother and as a friend. I know it's kind of eating him up not being able to play. So I'm just really happy to have him back, happy that he got his feet wet a little bit today. So just real good to have him back.
Were you almost like nervous, like watching kind of like a parent whenever he was out there, like, catching passes? Was just like so amped up for him, so excited for him, just based on what he's been through?
No, I wouldn't say I was nervous. Just excited. I mean, I know what he can do. I know what his ability is. So I was really just waiting on him to make plays, and he was able to make a few plays for us tonight. So just very proud that he was out there and did what he did.
I asked you Tuesday, scale 1 to 10. But the team so far, you said 7.5 or an 8, and I asked what would it take to get to a 10. Was this a 9.5, 9.7 with trajectory upward?
Yeah,
today?
this was definitely a 9-10 type of game. Played great ball on defense. Only gave up 1 touchdown. Held them to only about around 200 yards total offense. Our offense played great, 400-something yards passing, 200-something yards rushing. So we just played a very complete game all around, offense and defense, and just proud of the way we played.
To see the game plan with Garrett Schrader come to life and have you guys executed with all the gaps and not letting them get around the edge, that has to be unbelievably satisfying for you, given the track that you guys have been through.
Yeah. I think one thing that we made very important is that we got to contain this dude. And talking to Coach Chiz before the game, he was talking to us and he was saying we can't come back in here after the game and say we didn't stop him, and we knew we had to stop him. And so I'm glad that we went out there and executed and was able to contain him.
Chiz pretty fired up saying that.
Yeah, he was pretty fired up, yeah.
Well, he always seems like he's sort of steady.
No, he can get a little bit intense at times, definitely.
Seemed like after Mari got that interception, you, Power, Des, Sticks, and the older guys are kind of there crowding around. Just taking it through that moment and kind of what that shows of this defense, just the connectedness with the younger guys and everywhere positions.
Yeah, I think, you hit it spot on. I mean, just seeing a younger guy make a play, a guy in my room, the linebacker room, I mean, I was excited as all get out. I was happy for him. He's a great player, a great young man. Came in here early, and we seen his progression from the spring until now. We knew that he was going to be a pretty good player. Was able to play a little bit some today. and he made a play, so I was just very excited, for him.
In terms of from start to finish, was this the most complete defensive outing you've been a part of since you've gotten here? And is that almost like a culmination of everything that's you've been through and this defense has been through, from last year moving in through this season?
Yeah, this is definitely the most complete game we played as a defense, at least that I've been a part of. Like I said, holding a team to 7 points, I can't remember when's the last time we did that. So yeah, it was just a very, very complete performance for the defense, and I'm very proud of how we played.
What did you make of the play of the younger guys late in that game? Obviously, Campbell and Cheeks were out there, but some other guys, into the depth chart. What did you think of the way the rest of the defensive depth played toward the end of the game?
Yeah, I was proud of them. I mean, like I said, I'm always happy when the younger guys, guys lower on the depth chart, kind of get a chance to play. Those guys come in and work hard just like the starters do. So it's just very exciting to see them go out there and make plays.
Y'all got some pretty good defensive performances this year, South Carolina, and now this game. I mean, after some of the scores like last year, like App State ending up 61 points, how does it feel to look up and see that you gave up 7 points, which is the first time y'all done that since 2021?
Yeah, I mean, it's very exciting. I mean, it's something that this defense, we knew we had to do. We knew we had to make a change. We knew we had to be better this year. And to see it kind of playing out and us really executing it, I mean, I'm just proud of the team and proud of how the defense is playing, and just want to keep this going for the rest of the year.
Sid, is one of the cool things, 5-0 is great, but is one of the cool things from a team-wide perspective, it really does seem like you guys are getting better as you go here. Like, you're continuing to make progress. Is that, have you noticed that?
Yeah. I mean, I definitely feel like we're getting better every game we play as a defense. Even though we shut out South Carolina or had a great defensive performance, we still made a lot of mistakes that game. And just to see, how we progressively gone up until this game where there were very few mistakes defensively. And so I just see us getting a lot better as a team, us growing and all that. To talk about that 5-0 thing, Coach Chiz said something funny. He said, think about the last time you've been 5-0. And I couldn't speak for other guys, but for me, it had to have been Little League. And it was a long, long time. So it feels really good to be 5-0.
What was that Little League team name? We'll put it in there. We got Carolina Stars in there this week. So.
Valentine Gators.
All right.
Yep.
Another thing, in 4 second halves against Power 5 teams, you guys have given up 13 points defensively because you don't include the kickoff return from last week.
Well, Sid does that.
I know. Oh, it's right.
Remember
Corrected with Jeremiah. I think it was. Jeremiah's smiling now. What does that say about you guys, the adjustments? We've talked a lot about adjustments and maturity, but you guys continue to kind of raise the bar on that.
Yeah, I think we just continue to grow in that area. Like I said 2 weeks ago, we come out of halftime, we're always making adjustments to what we're doing. It doesn't matter if we're blowing them out or not. There's still some things that, we could fix and we can execute better. So that's what we're continue to doing and continue to play better in second halves. Is something that we've made very important for our defense, is to not give up points in the second half. So proud of the way that we played.
So how cool is it to see KBJ out there making plays on the D-line? He had kind of a tough start to his college career, but now he's, finally in a place where he's able to get out on the field. I mean, how cool is that?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's a guy who kind of came in here, he was hurt, the first few years, and just kind of seeing him battle and work to get back to where he is now, to be able to get on the field. I mean, it's awesome. Like I said, having him as a brother and seeing him from a friendship standpoint, being able to get back on that field, I mean, it's amazing, and I'm just happy for him.
How much more confidence do you think this unit collectively is playing with compared to last year, with the production and the results you guys have seen?
I think we're a lot more confident. I think I said that 2 weeks ago too as well. Like, our confidence, it doesn't waver. Even when teams make plays or whatever happens, we just believe that we're that good and we're going to make plays in the game to impact the game and change the game. So I think our confidence is sky high right now.
What about maturity in terms of where you guys were at a couple years ago? It used to be you'd be concerned after buys or after you guys have big wins, handling success. Is this a more mature group?
Yeah, I definitely think this is a more mature group for a couple of reasons. I think, we got some older guys on the team who have been through a lot and seen a lot. But not only that, I think we've been through a lot. Thinking back to the 2021 season, just a terrible year for us. And then last year kind of playing well and then dipping off at the end. You kind of learn from those mistakes and mature and grow in those things. So I think we're able to do that, and we're just going to continue to go up this year.
On that note, you started 2021 ranked 10th in the country. You guys are getting close to that ranking again, have a ranked matchup next week. How much better equipped do you think this group is to handle everything that comes along with that?
Yeah, I think this team is a lot better equipped. Like I said, this team is more mature, more confident, and just better all around as a team. And so I think, understanding what's at stake and not letting anybody get complacent or anything like that, I think we'll be just fine.
I like the shade. Why'd you choose light and gold shade?
No reason. I just thought it looked cool.
All right, we do one more.
Cedric, what was your perspective on Kobe Paysour's touchdown, double tapping with his left hand? Drake said he's left-handed, but what was your perspective on how he was able to recover that ball?
I mean, it was just a great catch. I told him that might be on top 10 tonight. Just great catch, great play, and just proud of him.
All right, thanks, Seth.
Thanks, Seth. Great stuff, Seth.